During the month of March, members of the Focolare movement across the world celebrate the birthday of their foundress, Chiara. In Abuja, the celebration took place at the Missionaries of St. Paul House in Garki, and it had lots of activities for all present. CTV News was also there.
The 2025 Chiara Feast Day began with the Holy Mass. In his homily, Reverend Father Jude Ali shared the background story of Chiara.
He was born around 1920, and then growing up, which you may also know the historical period around that particular time. 1920 was just few years, about 2 years after the First World War. So things were still unstable when she was growing up. Then, as she was just in her teenage years and entering early adulthood, what happened? The Second World War broke out. And she experienced everything. But within that context, the Spirit of God invited her to respond differently to the challenge of that particular time. What did she do? She embraced a life of commitment with the Lord. And then she felt inspired that we cannot continue this way. If we keep fighting, then a lot of things will go wrong. So what did she do? She embraced a way of love and care, and then began to promote unity and peace in the world. And that was the genesis of Focolare movement, which today, providentially, out of God's own infinite mercy and goodness, what started just like a mustard seed has grown so big that they have more than 2 million members scattered all over the world. And they are in more than 180 countries all over the world. So who would have told her at that tender age of 23 that some years later, what she started gradually will kind of grow to be so big? It is only God who makes it possible. Friends in Christ, she followed the path of God, the path that Jesus invites all of us to follow today. It is the same call that we are hearing every day, every single day of our life. Interestingly, she actually encouraged people, especially lay faithful, to be great witnesses to the Lord in the world where they live. So, in other words, you will not even necessarily need to be a priest or a religious sister for you to embrace the life. So it is for all of us. So whether you are a priest, a reverend sister, or a lay faithful, God is inviting you today to embrace a special life that kind of defines every other thing about you.
He also encouraged everyone to emulate the attributes of love exhibited by members of the movement.
But the point I'm making is this: love is all that we need, not even the practical language, not even the side of this person is from my place, not even the aspect of being from the same country. With love, we can live peacefully in a community, and that's what we have seen among our sisters who live here.
After the prayer of the faithful and the liturgy of the Holy Eucharist, there was a Thanksgiving procession. At the end of the Holy Mass, members from various area councils in Abuja were recognized. The day's events featured song presentations, games, and discussions.
Good. Tell us in your language. Good. Okay, second.
Aeroplane.
Aeroplane.
In the air.
Third.